Imagine stepping into a room engulfed in red spider webs. Your Spider-Man tingle sense buzzing with the eerie feeling that there's more lurking in the shadows than just a massive spider waiting to pounce from one of the corners. What kind of show is this, you might wonder? The space is chaotic and disorienting, leaving you unsure where to focus, how to appreciate what's in front of you, or even what to take away from the experience. Welcome to the tangled, hauntingly beautiful chaos of Chiharu Shiota, an artist who turns the human condition into installations so unsettlingly gorgeous they make you want to laugh, cry, and maybe text your ex all at once. With her iconic red thread spiderweb installations, Shiota earned the nickname the Mother of the Red Spider from Masters of Art. Her art is made of threads, actual threads, not metaphorical ones, though the metaphors practically hit you over the head. Picture this: thousands of blood-red strings crisscrossing a room, dangling with keys donated by strangers. It's like a chic horror movie set, except the monster isn't lurking in the shadows. It's the weight of your unresolved trauma. The keys, suspended like guilty secrets, whisper things you'd rather not hear. The doors you've locked, the ones you slammed shut, and the ones you're too scared to open because you've watched The Ring one too many times. It's beautiful, sure, but it also feels like walking into a therapy session you didn't sign up for, hosted by a very passive-aggressive life coach. Shiota's threads are loaded weapons. Red screams life and relationships. Black broods over mistakes and regret. And white is the lie you tell yourself about starting fresh. Her work doesn't tell stories so much as shove you into the deep end of your own tangled emotions. You're not just looking at art, you're getting caught in it, like a fly in a web spun by a spider who majored in existential philosophy. It's unsettling in the best way, like finding a love letter in your junk drawer and realizing it's from you to you. Born in Osaka in 1972, Shiota didn't just stumble into brilliance, she clawed her way through life's mess. Her childhood was full of creativity, which is a polite way of saying she probably got away with drawing on walls. But her teenage years hit harder than a bad breakup. A life-threatening illness left her grappling with mortality and wondering why humans are so fragile and weird. This brush with death became the backbone of her art, giving her a unique lens on life's impermanence and the constant, nagging question of, what the hell are we even doing here? Painting was her first love, but it didn't last. Traditional painting, she decided, was like trying to write a novel with a crayon, limiting and a little embarrassing. So she ditched the canvas and started weaving threads, literal and metaphorical, into sprawling labyrinths of chaos. Moving to Germany, she studied under mentors who essentially told her, go ahead, get weird, and she took that advice like it was a life mission. Her breakthrough installations look like what happens when hoarders and philosophers collaborate on a fever dream. Everyday objects, shoes, suitcases, beds, get swallowed by her webs, transforming into something unsettlingly profound. Take the key in the hand. Thousands of keys hang in a sea of red threads, symbolizing access, security, and all the doors you've slammed shut on people you probably should have forgiven. It's poetic, sure, but it also feels like a visual representation of every time you've stared at a locked door and muttered, well, this is my life now. And then there's her performance art called Becoming Painting, where she doesn't just flirt with chaos, she marries it and has a baby with it. She poured red enamel paint over herself, turning her hair, face, and body into a toxic, dripping canvas. It was messy, bold, and reckless, like the character from The Ring, but with a more aggressive color palette. The enamel stained her hair red for months, a permanent reminder that some bad decisions stay with you longer than your ex's texts. Her work isn't merely influenced by Japanese philosophy, It's practically soaked in it, like soy sauce on sushi. She embraces the space between things, but in her hands, it's less of a serene pause and more like that uncomfortable silence when someone at the dinner table asks if you're seeing anyone. She also embraces wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection, which is a fancy way of saying, life's a dumpster fire, but it's your dumpster fire. Her threads weave through these ideas, creating installations that are as much about what isn't there as what is. The gaps in her webs feel alive, like they're waiting for you to fill them with your own insecurities, or maybe just a really bad joke. Shiota's aesthetic philosophy is as intricate and layered as her installations. She believes that art isn't just about beauty, it's about confronting the messiness of existence. Her threads are like the universe's way of saying, everything's connected, but good luck figuring it out. The objects in her work, keys, boats, suitcases, are relics of human lives. Each one carrying stories of journeys taken, relationships lost, and dreams abandoned. Her art is a visual representation of the human condition, fragile, tangled, and perpetually on the verge of unraveling. Despite the heavy themes, there's a twisted humor in her work. It's as if Shiota is saying, yes, life is fleeting, messy, and full of regret, but isn't it also kind of hilarious? Her installations invite you to step into her world, where chaos becomes order and the mundane becomes extraordinary. And if you leave feeling haunted, well, that's just her way of saying, welcome to the human condition. It's terrible, but hey, it's ours. Shiota's art doesn't offer answers. It offers questions, tangled in webs and suspended from ceilings, daring you to find your way out. Her work is a celebration of connection, a meditation on impermanence, and a reminder that even in life's most tangled moments, there's beauty to be found. And honestly, isn't that the most relatable thing ever? In conclusion, Chiharu Shiota's works are a brutal wake-up call that life today is basically one big, tangled digital web. Except instead of red threads, it's a never-ending stream of cat videos, unsolicited friend requests, and that one meme you can't stop sharing. The threads in her installations are not just decoration, but a metaphor for how we're all stuck in a digital web of our own making, where every click, like, and awkward posts pulls us deeper into the abyss. The more we try to escape, the tighter it gets. Like trying to unsubscribe from an email list that only exists to remind you how bad your life choices are. In the end, her art is the perfect metaphor for the modern world. We're all trapped in this digital nightmare, endlessly scrolling through our own personal web of regrets, hoping for a Wi-Fi signal strong enough to break free. So, what do you think of Chiharu Shiota's work? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more art adventures. I'll see you in the next one.